What's going on, Jax Sauce? Eric here. It is day 24, the final day and Christmas Eve of the 2023 Bitter Pops Advent Calendar. Here with my nephew Remy. We are bringing the very last of the Bitter Pops Advent Calendar to you. Bittersweet. It's been a great 24 days, well, 23 days. We'll judge 24 in a second here. So much fun. Thank you for following. I have a blast. Obviously, where are we again?
Scandia.
See, we're in Scandia. Celebrated Christmas together. We've had a great Christmas Eve. Church just a little bit ago. We just ate way too much food. We went hiking to a waterfall. What was the waterfall called?
Market Falls.
Unseen Morgan Falls? Where I got to...
And Big Pescado.
And we got to dip our heads in the waterfall?
Yep.
Yeah, and then we went to the beach, saw Lake Superior. It's been a great day. And before we get into this, I got to talk about what I'm wearing here. Early Christmas present. As you know, you've heard me talk on Beer Review. My father is the brand manager for Jax Sauce. Does all this beautiful work. And this is the first prototype of, what do they call this? Sweatshirts that we're doing, and t-shirts and what. It's been a long day, but very, very excited about it. Got the old man on the sleeve. So cool, so cool. Blessed for Christmas this year. Should I try the beer?
Yeah.
Should we do the last beer? All right. And then we got a special surprise, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, day 24, guys. That's
And it is not beer.
And it's not beer. You're right. Why am I open? We're all out of sorts. We gotta look at this thing before we do it. This is Northwind Wintry Spicy Ale. Who makes this beer? Is it Northwind? Brewed and canned in Warwick. All right. This is. Oh no! Wait. Take off with Drowning Lands. Okay, Drowned Lands. All right. Sorry about that. Like I said, it's been a long day. Drowned Lands. Take a look at that beautiful artwork. This is a wintry spice ale. We've talked about spice ales multiple times. Drowned Lands, though, is a cool brewery out in New York. I haven't tried anything from them, so I'm excited to do this. But they are a farmhouse, true farmhouse brewery in New York. They are in like a 100-plus-year-old barn that they're brewing. These guys are all about terroir. If you're into wine, you know what terroir is, which is the essence of the land, affecting the flavor of the grapes, whatnot. Well, that works for the grains and whatnot that you're using, and especially the yeast and whatnot. If you're going out and finding wild yeast to ferment your beers with, that's all affecting that. The terroir, the land, and what's surrounding it is affecting the flavors and the flavor profiles of what you are drinking. So they'll literally go around their land picking stuff. They'll find cultivate yeast that they find around, taste it on the spot and be like, this tastes good. I bet we could use this in a beer. It's just super cool. And I'm excited to finally try something. We don't get a lot of the East Coast stuff in Chicago, to be honest with you, or at least enough of the East Coast stuff. Looks like a spiced ale. Beautiful color, kind of that copperish haze to it, rust. Nice head on that. That's a good pour. Beautiful nose on it. Citrus and wildflower actually right up front, followed by a malty. The maltiness is definitely there. You have a little bit of black and white peppercorn. Beautiful spice notes. Toasted grain. Cinnamon. Cardamom, allspice. Nutmeg. That's a really complex nose. Oh, buddy. That's the best spiced ale I think I've ever had. No joke. There's been good ones in there. I said before, I'm not a big fan of winter ales. I don't like that. I don't like the pumpkin spice during the fall. I don't really like the winter spice beers, but the ones we've had this box are phenomenal. And this one, man, malty sweetness, well-rounded, beautiful roasted kind of nuttiness, cashew, and the cashew richness, if you will, on your palate. The spices are there. They're perfectly well balanced, but it's not overbearing. And there is still kind of a floral component to it. Not a really bitter end to it. It doesn't feel like a ton of hops. It's there just a little bit, but it still finishes dry and crisp. That's delicious. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna pour a little more in the glass real quick for me. And we'll put that aside because we have to do one more thing. This is what Remy is all about. We have a tradition in our family. And this is probably as important as it's ever been. So on my mother's side, for many years, the men have made this thing called herring salad, right? It was passed down both from my father to me. My mother's father, who just passed, as we talked about, from him to my father, and my brother-in-laws. My brother-in-law does not like it, but my uncles on that side, it's passed down throughout the family. And it's a really, really cool tradition that we always make. It is herring salad, herring, beets, apple, onion. Absolutely fantastic. I know you're probably not thinking it's usually a little pinker than this. We usually have a little bit more time to make it, but because of all the moving parts and whatnot, we made it last night. It's still absolutely delicious. Remy, you want to try it?
Sure.
This is for Opa Burkoff.
Mm-hmm.
What? You didn't smell it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it smells like? It smells like herring.
Sure. Put your hand in salad.
Forgot about potatoes in there. What does it taste like?
Herring, apples, and it tastes like pickles.
Yeah.
That's all I can taste in it.
That's perfect. Vinegar notes, pickled herring, the pickles that are in there. The potato kind of gives it a starchiness. The beets give it an earthiness. A little sweetness from the apples. It's wonderful. Opa, we love you. Merry Christmas, everybody. Remember, the reason for the season is Jesus. From my family to yours, Merry Christmas. We'll see you soon.